Hey everyone, welcome back. Y'all will have to forgive my voice. I've been sick the last couple of days and down with the flu, but I'm getting better now, so I can actually sit down and record and put this episode out. So, last week we were looking at the concept art of the aliens and exploring a little bit of the anatomy, but to me, I think a lot better in 3D than I do in 2D. So, I actually do like, even during the concepting phase, to go and explore a little in 3D. And what I'm building over here is just pretty much a base mesh that I can start off with, the rest of the characters can be built on top of, right? So it's mostly understanding and focusing where the muscle groups and the different bone structures are, so that that's pretty much the little tiny shifts that you will be able to, that will actually change between characters, right? So my usual process starts off with a sphere, and I just sculpt it all the way to whatever I really want it to be. And it's usually the head, right? And once I get the muscles in the neck and in the back a little bit sorted out, I move on to the body, and the structure of the body I usually tackle using Z spheres. So over here you'll be able to see it looks pretty dude like, but all of a sudden I'm like, nah, and then I just go full 180. There you go, and it starts looking more female, like more slender neck. The angle of the shoulder muscles are slightly less. So over there, the Z spheres that I actually built, I spent really short amount of time on it. It wasn't really anything too crazy. But I did. I'm sorry, I can't show you guys that bit, because I did not know that the way that the history and the movie tool in Zbrush works it's pretty much linked to the history of only the object that you have. I mean, in hindsight it's kind of obvious, but yeah. This is what this will help you understand what my approach to tackling muscles and bones in terms of sculpting is. But in terms of that, I also do some exploration in terms of what are the different elements, what are the different physiological elements that they're going to have, like the 3 belly buttons that we spoke about last week. You'll see that soon. So the muscular build, right? The reason why I'm going for a more muscular build for this base character over here is so that I can understand locomotion for these characters in general a lot better. Understanding where the muscles are placed will help me understand where the bones are placed, will help me understand where the muscles are placed, which will help me understand how that bone and muscle interact and thus move the greater section that all of that belong to, how that skeletal structure itself moves. Anatomy is just generally something that's fundamentally important to drawing, animating, sculpting, just pretty much this entire field, right? And anatomy for humans as well as animals. Animals will give you a really good idea of how nature comes up with unique solutions to problems, like how to solve certain evolutionary problems, right? Environmental problems, evolutionary problems, one of those two. But yeah, so it'll help you also create creatures, because see, the thing that really makes a difference between something that looks and feels real versus something that doesn't is the second we see something, our brain tries to look for all of these systems, right? If a hand is moving up, it'll look for how exactly is it moving up. It can't be something like an actuator. That's not a very biological thing, but I mean, rant. But yeah, back to the original point, which is that go check out anatomy. It's a pretty important part to understand regardless of what you're doing. It will help in many different fields. I would definitely suggest the YouTube channel Proko. That's pretty much the place where I've learned a lot of the anatomy that I constantly go back and refer to, right? So yeah, there you go. I should add that the hands in this are done quite poorly. They need to be done again. Just pretty much they need to be done again. Alright, that's enough of me rambling. So watch it all the way through to the end. I pretty much get to finishing the entire body and then reducing the resolution of the entire thing. so that the rest of the characters can be started off from this position. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If there's anything you guys would like to know, drop it down below. I'll be sure to respond. Thanks for watching.